Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web and he says, catches them, the butterflies. Okay, so that says this is a Batman review. Whoops. I thought that this was for Morbius. Okay, so cheesy intro aside, welcome to the second video of the geek series, as I would call it, I guess. This is a weekly video series where I kind of just share my thoughts on stuff that's going around in geek culture. Today we're going to be doing a review of The Batman, which is a movie that just came out. It's basically a reboot. It's its own standalone Batman universe, and I'm going to be doing a review on it today because honestly, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. I mean, okay, so like, usually things are not this awesome, but things have been this awesome recently. I mean, we had Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then we also had like, Spider-Man No Way Home. We have the Batman, and then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I know that one's gonna be a banger as well. I mean, who knows? Maybe it won't be, but I mean, I really have a good feeling about that one too. So we have 4 really good things, like, you know, I mean, it's really good. I know Into the Spider-Verse came out a while ago, but... So, my thoughts going into this movie, I have a whole list of things. I'll basically read off of them. Robert Pattinson, and I guess really just the overall character of Batman, that was my biggest concern. Or, I guess, not concern, but that was the thing I was curious about the most. I was really interested to see his portrayal of Bruce Wayne, because he doesn't look like what I would normally picture Bruce Wayne looking like and acting like, I guess. So I was interested. Not that that's a bad thing. I was just very interested to see what it would look like. I also had a lot of feelings about the villains and Gotham, just, you know, everything surrounding Batman, basically, the side characters and whatnot. I was also kind of wondering about the stakes and emotional weight. I was kind of assuming that they would go with this grounded story, but I wasn't quite sure. So yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. And then comic accuracy. I was curious to see how much would be accurate and where they would kind of toy around with their own unique kind of ideas. Because honestly, I like a good mix of both. That's how I am. So, but yeah, honestly, it checked off most of the boxes for me. Actually, it checked off every single box except for one, which I'm going to talk about later. No, I'm not going to talk about it later. I'm actually going to talk about it right now. So, I just looked at the list. So, it's basically Batman. My biggest problem is Batman. Not necessarily Batman, but I guess Bruce Wayne. Usually, my ideal Bruce Wayne kind of has at least 2 sides. He has, you know, the millionaire playboy side, and that guy, he's a little bit more charming. He's a little bit more, I guess, lighthearted. And the thing is you would never expect Bruce Wayne to be Batman because he's just such a fun dude. It sounds crazy that he's this black bat that roams the streets at night. I think the biggest problem that I have with Robert Pattinson as Batman is just that he's kind of the same as Bruce Wayne as he is as Batman. He acts the same. You know, the biggest thing is just like he and you know, this is all my opinion. This is just how I like my Batman, but he just, you know, as Bruce Wayne, I would be able to tell that there's something up with that guy. People would be talking to him and you just stare. You just stare at him. So yeah, I mean, I just wasn't like a super big fan of all that. But aside from, like, you know, all that, I mean, he still did a really good job. With what they gave him and the type of role that he was playing, he played that absolutely brilliant. The staring that he did was very, very well acted. That's hard stuff to do because you're doing nothing. You're supposed to be communicating emotions through just staring, doing nothing. And that is actually very, very impressive. He also didn't take any steroids, I've heard, or anything like that for the role, which is also very, very, that's impressive, and I have a lot of respect for that. So nothing against Robert Pattinson or anything. Villains and side characters, that was another thing that I was wondering about. And I do gotta say, I'm happy with all of that. My favorite's probably the Penguin. I love the Penguin. I was sad that we've never seen an actual good version of the Penguin, because he's funny, but he's also, he's a pretty big threat, but he's funny as well. I like the Penguin. And, what was it? Batman, it was Batman Returns, right? Not a fan of that Penguin, I gotta tell you. This Penguin was a lot better. He wasn't too over the top, because I understand he's such a crazy over the top villain. I don't think you have to do that. They went a more realistic route. He kind of has like this mob, like Nero type voice. And yeah, I really liked it. It was good. And also, you guys probably saw that car chase from the trailer. That was awesome. Let me tell you, when you watch that, you'll see that is the best car chase that I've seen in a superhero movie. Gotham. I was wondering about Gotham, and dude, Gotham was awesome. Best Gotham ever. Basically, I heard people were saying that it was good, so I was just really, really excited. And yeah, it was awesome. I mean, Gotham looks like the worst city to live in. I mean, it's absolutely scummy. It's disgusting. There's so much bad stuff happening. And, yeah, I mean, it's a losing battle. It's like he's going to lose, Batman, and there's no reason for him to actually continue fighting crime, which is a big thing. I really like that. That's an awesome conflict. The emotional weight was really good. Stakes were really good. There were a lot of physical stakes, but there were also emotional stakes. I'm gonna try and say this without spoiling, but they introduced a lot of elements that really are different for the character of Batman. I would say it's not traditionally something that he would go through. So it was nice. It was something different, and I liked seeing it. And it was very, very good for his character development and basically building his character. Because I view this, even though it's 1 year after he's become Batman, I do view this as kind of an origin. This is like basically him learning how to become Batman. And yeah, so I view it as an origin. And then the comic accuracy, I would say, man, they did a really good job at making this seem like it's its own aesthetic, its own thing. It doesn't feel necessarily like a Batman comic, because they have this red light vibe going on, and they have all these, grounded, realistic shots. But I think in terms of story, it's very accurate to the comics. Visually, they went their own direction, and it looks very, very awesome visually. The characters look pretty awesome. They look like just, how you would expect, like Batman looks how you would expect a Batman to look on screen. Nothing crazy, just a good suit. Catwoman, same thing, just a good suit. Riddler was a little bit different. His suit looked terrifying, so that was good. And I really liked the portrayal of Riddler as well. So yeah, overall, this was an awesome Batman movie. I mean, this is making probably my favorite. I don't want to play the game of favorites right now, but I would say this or Dark Knight. Those are my favorite Batman movies. This was really awesome. There was only one thing that I had a problem with, and honestly, that's just a personal preference. So I recommend that you guys see it if you guys are if you guys are a fan of superheroes or Batman or anything like that. I would say give this a shot, because Batman is an awesome character, and this movie does a really good job at showing why Batman is dope. So, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Please be nice. It's fun. It's Batman. No reason to get mad over Batman. And yeah, so I'll also have a video coming out about Morbius, what my thoughts are going into Morbius, and then I'll have a review on that. That's going to be an awesome movie. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, comment. I have to say that because it's cool for the video. It's good for, traction and whatnot. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.